For many years, I felt like I was super busy, but at the same time, didn't feel like I was making significant strides towards leveling up in life. I had a 9 to 5 that I didn't expect to be at forever. I had entrepreneurial dreams, but I lacked consistency and motivation at times. I thought I had a procrastination or a focusing issue, but what I really had were alignment and system issues. Today, I'm going to give you 5 steps to staying motivated, achieving and maintaining peak productivity, and getting into more flow states, as opposed to forcing work that leads to burnout. When it comes to productivity, it's not just about getting more done. It's about being more intentional for a balanced and fulfilled life. There's a quote that I love on this. It goes, "It is not in the pursuit of happiness that we find fulfillment. It is in the happiness of pursuit." The point I'm trying to get across is productivity isn't about squeezing work out of every hour of your day, but about being more intentional with your time in a way that supports your biggest goals in life. Procrastination and a lack of focus are major issues for people nowadays. Much of that is due to living in a distraction-filled society. It's not uncommon for us to fall into what can be called an unintentional default state. Many of us have allowed our devices to demand our attention and energy at any moment, as opposed to being in control of them. Now, more than ever, we need to be proactive about how we spend our time, because odds are, if we aren't, something that's not aligned with our goals will fill that time. So the first step to improving your focus and being more productive is to rebalance your dopamine levels. Dopamine is often dubbed the feel-good neurotransmitter. It's associated with the reward and pleasure centers of our brain. It's crucial for motivation, driving us to seek out activities that are rewarding. So in the context of focus, dopamine influences our attention and our ability to engage deeply with the task at hand. So when balanced, it helps us feel motivated and attentive, contributing to more flow states when we're fully immersed and productive. However, in this modern world filled with instant gratification through endless notifications, social media, fast food, porn, and entertainment options, this can lead to a misuse of our dopamine systems. This misuse can diminish our capacity to focus as our brains get rewired to favor short-term rewards over long-term satisfaction and achievement. Here are some strategies to realign dopamine for better focus. The first is to optimize your energy. So focusing on our health and energy levels can significantly impact our ability to stay engaged. So this means fueling ourselves properly, establishing healthy, mindful habits, and aligning ourselves with our natural biological clock. Next is intentional device use. So proactively setting boundaries around your phone and other devices can really help reclaim our attention from the dopamine-driven demands of technology. So this means being intentional about when and how we use our devices, ensuring that they serve us rather than distract us. Third is engaging with what's called deep work. Cal Newport's concept of deep work, which are periods of focused, uninterrupted work on tasks that are challenging yet rewarding, can help realign our dopamine response towards activities that are genuinely fulfilling and productive. Another is taking mindful breaks. So incorporating breaks that involve activities promoting a healthy dopamine response, such as physical exercise, meditation, or just getting outside, can really help reset our focus and enhance our productivity when we get back to work. Gratification delay is a huge one. Lots of research have shown that success is directly correlated to someone's ability to delay gratification. So training ourselves to do this and really resist the urge for immediate dopamine hits through distractions can help strengthen our focus muscles. This might involve setting rewards for completing tasks or using techniques like the Pomodoro technique, which is including short breaks between focused work sessions. By understanding and adjusting our relationship with dopamine, we can improve our ability to focus, engage more deeply with our work, and move closer to our vision of a balanced and fulfilled life. It's not just about fighting distractions, but about creating a lifestyle and work style that naturally encourages deep, rewarding focus. The next strategy to improve your focus and be more productive is to know your PQOs. PQOs stand for prolific quality outputs. I learned about this concept in the book High Performance Habits, and there's a quote in the book that goes, "Figuring out what you are supposed to produce and learning the priorities in the creation, quality, and frequency of that output is one of the greatest breakthroughs you can have in your career." Clarity is always the first step of peak performance. I did a training on that a couple weeks ago, so if you missed it, be sure to go check that out. So once you've determined what your dream life would look like, you want to get clear on your prolific quality outputs. So PQOs are the outputs that are critical to achieving success and making a notable impact in your field. The idea between PQOs are it's not just about working hard, but working smart on the right things that truly matter and make a difference. High performers identify the key activities that will lead to the most significant results and dedicate their time, energy, and resources to excel in those areas. So if you're looking to start or scale a business, think about what outputs are needed to help move the needle the most. So this could be putting together an offer, crafting your marketing funnel, building partnerships, or streamlining systems. The next, and from my experience, most important strategy to improving your focus, being more productive, and reducing procrastination is to make your schedule your boss. Time blocking is a time management method that involves dividing your day into blocks of time, each dedicated to accomplishing a specific task or group of tasks. So this approach helps people focus on one single activity at a time, minimizing distractions and enhancing productivity. So once you know your prolific quality outputs, these go in your schedule first. One of the most effective mindset shifts I can help my clients make is making this schedule their boss. So what that means is figuring out the best way to set up their calendar and sticking to it. Get comfortable saying no to things, and when it's time to switch from one task to another, do it. Some people think that time blocking would make life too strict, but I've actually found the opposite. This is my block schedule. And I block out personal things as well, such as time with my wife, time to work out, play soccer, or just unwind. By having my time blocked schedule, I'm able to be fully present in my personal life, knowing that I've set up my week in a way to continue moving towards my goals. I don't need to be anxious about what I'm doing. Typically, when people feel like they're out of balance, what's really happening is one area of their life is dominating other things to a point where the other things in their life, other priorities they might have, start to suffer. So this happens when we have not aligned our actions with our longer term vision of our life. So don't think work-life balance, think work-life synergy. So work-life synergy is a mutual beneficial relationship between your personal and work life where both complement each other. So you want everything to be in alignment and you want to be able to be present in whatever it is that you're doing. It's not possible to give all the priorities in your life equal time. But what you don't want is to have one thing in your life, like work, to interrupt time that you have, say, with family. We want to set up our week in a way where we have clear time blocks and intentions to move these different aspects of our life forward. So again, this means being strict with our time and not allowing frequent distractions. Most things can wait, and be sure that the people in your life are made aware of and respect your time. So it's on us to communicate that. Another thing I've learned on this is that not all time is created equal. So I used to try to set up my reading and side project time for later in the day, but I was finding that after working all day, it was hard for me to really stay focused and engaged. So I realigned this for earlier on in the day where I was more alert and focused, and actually with less time, I was able to be more productive earlier in the day than more time later on. So if possible, align your highest value task with the time where you feel like you're the most energized and focused. Skill building is an underrated productivity strategy. The better you get at a skill aligned with your goals, the more effective you'll be at obtaining that goal. So with your prolific quality outputs in mind, consider what skills, if you developed more, would help you feel more confident and capable. That might be sales, public speaking, leadership, marketing, but building that skill set will have a clear positive impact on your overall productivity. So be sure to include that in your schedule. Something that's helped me look at my life differently is considering how much time I spend each week progressing my life versus just maintaining it. We all want personal growth, but when we get caught in a loop of just maintaining our life, so going to work to pay the bills, eating, sleeping, repeat, stress and depression can creep in. So what I started doing is, based on my long-term goals, I decided what I could block an hour or two every single day that would move me forward. And the last productivity strategy here is obvious: just do it. Research has found that procrastination is really an alignment and motivational problem. It's an issue that arises when you're working on things that don't intrinsically matter to you, or you're just disconnected from that reason. This is why it's so crucial to seek clarity on the long-term vision you have for your life and break that down into how you spend your time every single day. But ultimately, productivity comes down to doing the work. It can be uncomfortable at first, changing habits, but start small and adjust as you go. Just don't beat yourself up if you take steps backwards. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The good news is every time you get back on the wagon, you train yourself to make it easier and easier. If you have big goals and would really like some additional support with this, leave me a comment and me or someone on my team will be in touch. If you found this helpful, check out the description for even more resources like this and share this video with someone that you think could benefit from this information. Be blessed.